Go ahead, Mr. Cash.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the first part. And now that we come to the second part, I hope it'll be more interesting. Um, as you know, we have set out and we become part of what we call one nation, one planet, one race. This means we are responsible for each other as one nation. As we've seen, if, for example, there is a flood in China, all the Chinese forces get together to help and to help their own nationals. Now, as one nation, we are responsible for the whole of the citizens of this planet. And when a time of emergency comes, we have to respond. The second Keshe Foundation responsibility to respond. We see the end of the present regime in what we call Tel Aviv or Jerusalem or wherever they call it. And we see a new structure rises in Israel. As a knowledge seekers, you came here to learn, and you learn that we are one nation. And as part of our responsibility is to feed and supply medicine to these people. And I had a laughing and sorrow position this week, which I explain and you understand. For past 2-3 weeks, we are working on trying to get to open channels through a couple of governments to support the, not the Palestinians, but people who live in Palestine and they are under heavy bombardment, no food, no water, no medicine. And I traveled to Vienna on Monday to meet with the representative of the Palestinian government to open the door that the Keshe Foundation with its technology can deliver to what you join us on third week of each month, and the group of Chinese will join us tomorrow for the second session of the system testing to deliver food and medicine through lines to Palestine, that there will be no hunger and we can support the ill people, the sick people with everything possible, from painkillers to antibiotics to latest medicine, which Keshe Foundation has at disposal, directly to the hospitals. Nobody can distort, stop the delivery. You have a mobile phone, you can reach us from Palestine and be fed, be given medicine. And don't forget, this has been part of the ethos of the Keshe Foundation. We want to feed the man in space. We have to support man in time of trouble. I traveled to Vienna to see, prior going to see the what we call Palestinian delegation. I made a call to them that I'm coming to meet, to see, to find a solution. The first question was asked when I said I want to help. How much money do you want to give us? We give you an account number. I said, this is not what I'm calling for. There is an email. Send us an email and explain. I sent an email and I traveled to Vienna. They won't even open the door of the commission. We are here only to collect money. If you want to help with anything, go to Red Cross. I said, but it's your nation. Oh, we have nothing to do with that. I went in the car and I said, what a sorrow. That this is not a war, this is money mongering. And I set out to get in touch with different group of Palestinians and different routes. We are establishing a line. And the knowledge seekers who know are close to us in past few days and couple of weeks been busy making all the materials and everything ready to support, to feed the Palestinians on the line. We said it does. We have to deliver because it does. We said we deliver food to man in space, medicine man to space. Now is an emergency. We have to deliver into Gaza. From Monday, Keshe Foundation opens a line. We can accommodate up to 80,000 people to use the line at the present time. All the material for it will be ready by Sunday night. We open a Zoom link and a telephone number line that anyone from Palestine, from Gaza Strip, can dial through satellites freely and access food and access medicine. Your knowledge seeker is donated to us money, your time. Now we need your donation to spend time to find the Palestinians in corners of Gaza that we can reach to. Find Palestinians who know, who have places, or have people who need help, and we are there to do. The telephone line and the Zoom line will go on front of the Keshe Foundation website, keshe.foundation, that only Palestinians can come in. Don't forget, don't come in to test if it works. You could affecting the life of a man who needs it in Gaza. You know Palestinian doctors. You have connection to groups who have access to people under fire. Give them the telephone number and let them test it. We have made a feast of fish, meat, and chicken, and vegetables, and bananas, antibiotics, painkillers, anti-inflammatory, and everything else we could to be available on Monday morning. You claim to be a knowledge seeker. It's a time of disaster. It's your responsibility. We still need donations for the funding of this project in hundreds of thousands. We can bear as much as we can. But we need the time. We need you to find Palestinians that gradually builds up. In a month time, we should be able to add to 1 million Palestinian support. If we see anyone comes from different lines, we disconnect you, we block you, and you block from all activities of the Keshe Foundation in any teaching. Our team is ready, and the material which gone into production, but our knowledge seekers will be ready by Sunday night. Monday morning, 9 o'clock, Central European time, we open the lines. Do not come in. Try to find as many Palestinians in Gaza, not Palestinians somewhere else, or not somebody who's sick in New York and is looking for, you have all the facilities. Go and look with your doctors on the food. This is set up for emergency. It's not there to be stolen from. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of work to get this sorted to be done. And don't forget, we are on the verge of going into conference in Sanya, and this is additional burden on our team, but we have accepted it because we had to take that step. Israelis with the sharpshooters are shooting the doctors, that the sick people die because of it. Not ever in any war, even in the Second World War, the genocide of the doctors and medical people have taken place except in the state of Israel today. Deliberately shooting doctors, deliberately destroying hospitals. As we said, this technology should be there equal to every man in the remotest part of this planet. As I said, we introduced the carbon 14, we introduced the cosmic rays, we introduced Maghreb system, and now is the time to deliver the technology where it's needed. There are hundreds of thousands of children sleeping hungry because of one man heinous act. There are hundreds of thousands of people wounded, which cannot even get access to a paracetamol to reduce their pain or antibiotic to stop the infection which can kill. We have to test this knowledge, and today is the time. Keshe Foundation is ready. It's your job to find the people. I have done everything and I still do everything to connect to as many lines with the Palestinians. But once it takes hold and people see the result and the effect, it will become a virus. But still, you will not use it because my brother is hungry or my sister has a pain which never been sorted. Now I use Keshe Foundation. I tell you why it doesn't work. It doesn't carry our soul, and I shall not sleep. The lines will be opened from Monday, 10 o'clock Central European time. The first step, if every Palestinian uses for 15 minutes a day to receive the materials they need, and they time themselves accordingly to same time, same hour every day, it could be a family of 4 or 5, we can accommodate 80,000 Palestinians a day with our present system. The Zoom channel does not accept more than 1,000 people at a time. So we expect it to build up. And if you can create, connect with the Palestinians, doesn't matter where you are, find a Palestinian group who is active, but it's not just a bunch of Europeans shouting, what about Gaza? But the Palestinians who have connection into Gaza that we can, you can give them the number and let them try. And then they give it to each other. Our IT team will put everything together to be fully operational. We are short of a few materials which is supposed to be delivered by tomorrow night, plus another bunch of materials to be delivered by Sunday morning that will be brought in to our central operation. And we are there to deliver the power of the technology. And we need your help. Donate your time to us to find, to create connection. Go on the internet, see how you can make lines establishment with people in Gaza, give them the number, give them the connection, explain to them what to do, and leave the rest to us. Our job is to share knowledge equally and technology equally by all men. And we are there to stand the test of time. We are not ashamed to fail. We are ashamed not to be able to help, even we have the technology. It's taken us time to reach that point that we can do this, we can support this, and in so many ways, now is all of us in it. The way you Germans got together and raised money to send 3 people to Sanya, get together, find ways to open channels that you can give just this number to the Palestinians. And not to your uncles and your son, I had a pain, I just went in for a few minutes. Our soul is not in it, and you will not find any remedy in it. The same with the Italians, the same with the rest. If you're Jewish and you really believe in what you believe, you know where to find the Palestinians and you have some friends. Open the line to help them. There is no helpline for the Jews. You have the best hospitals, kill yourselves in. We have announced and delivered this support to the Palestinians in Gaza, and to the officials in the Iranian government, and to the American government. We are not doing anything but to help those who need. And one day somebody might come and tell you, I saved I had no pain. I received food through a telephone line because you're a knowledge seeker and you made it possible. I can provide the technology and I can make it accessible to the souls. It's you who have to do the next step. Please get in touch, open the channels, use the telephone number and a Zoom number, give to the Palestinians and tell them you're in Gaza, use it, feed yourself, receive the antibiotics and the rest of it, and there is no charge. It is absolutely free. And once this dilemma is over, we switch the line off. And we report to you if one person, 100 people, 1,000 people have used the line. Our failure is your failure because you have to establish these lines. You donated thousands to Keshe Foundation. You supported us in everywhere and every shape. Now we call for your donation of time and bringing people not to die. In a way, what I said to a knowledge seeker, we become technology without frontiers for food and medicine. And I hope you as knowledge seekers can support this. We will see the action, we will see what the response comes. We are doing our best ourselves in the background because the Palestinian government, so-called, is not prepared to help their own people unless we pay them cash in their accounts they can put in their pocket. As we hear, head of Hamas has 5 billion cash in his private account and sitting in the most luxurious places in the world. We have a little money, but we can do a lot. We still need huge financial support to go into 1 million and plus, and maintain and support this support to the Palestinians. And God knows, maybe next one will be earthquake, a flood, a tsunami in your country, and people around the world learn this number is there for SOS, for food and medicine and energy, and even psychological damages which these things bring. I thank you in advance, and we are doing everything I can, everything Keshe Foundation team can, and as knowledge seekers, it is your responsibility, has been your wish to be one planet, one nation, and this one nation is in dying need to support 1 million children, women, and old people who have, out of no fault of themselves, trapped in this. Thousands of children have been killed. Thousands of women has been killed. The mothers, children who will be brought up in the next 30, 40 years without a mother. Fathers will suffer with the image and memories of the children which bombs paid by the Americans to kill. One day, the justice will be served, and that day will be very soon. It's not just the Israeli Prime Minister, which has to go to The Hague and a life sentence. It has to be those who supported it, provided it, and supplied it to create such a murder. One day you'll understand when I say the end of the nation, the end of the race of Moses has come because they do it with their own hand. During the Second World War, the Jews hid their signs and names and everything not to be killed. This time they hide it and forget about it because they're ashamed of it to be. I thank you very much for trying to help us. Don't come to us and say, I found this group, these are the people. Get in touch with them. Find out, don't give them to anyone. They're connected directly to Palestinians in Gaza. We can feed them. We can deliver medicine to them. and just tell them, we put the manual in Arabic and English, that you just give them a link. We give them instruction how to use the headphones, the way to use it, and everything else will be there. They read the instruction and they do it. The Arabic speaking group, Jalal and your people, support us to do the translation, support us to have the papers, everything ready for Monday. Then you don't need to explain. They'll come to a link. In that link, there'll be a page with Arabic, English, to explain what to do, what number to use, how to use it, to receive the needs of the man, every right of the man, to water, to energy, as food, and to medicine. We have not entered the world of medication, medicine. We provide the medicine which is available in the science of the man to the man as an energy, and we do not need license because it is counter-based and it's scientifically based. We deliver the energy of it. And we have a technology to do it, and we've done it, and we know exactly how it works. It will be a pleasure to be able to save even one life, to take one soul out of the physical pain with the systems. And it's your responsibility. You're yearning to become one nation. This is the beginning of opening the Keshe Foundation internationally to those who understand, and in the future it becomes that 999 you dial for ambulance, for a doctor, that 999 you dial, or 111 you dial, or 11213 in Europe you dial to get the emergency services to help you. You get emergency help to feed you. Maybe after the Gaza situation, we become the source of feeding those who are homeless and the rest of it. And we need a huge amount of financial support. If we are not allowing, and the way we are, any government to dictate to us in how to develop the next structure of one nation, one planet, one race. You've been here a long time, and Gaza is our test. You're not only start the beginning of the one race, one nation because you're a Jew, you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Sunni, Shia, Buddhist. Doesn't count. Humans, children are suffering. That child of 1 year old has no religion and believe in no God because he doesn't come to understand the fallacies of the man. We ask for your support to spend your time, support us, to bring us to that position. I have to go offline, this is important, and I'll come back, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kish.